hold up.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to UGEN. My name is Marius, and I am happy to join you today. I have not joined you in a very long time because I have been on a continental trip to Europe and have been very busy doing European things in Europe, but I finally returned, and I have many new things that I need to share with y'all, so I figured I probably should do it over a game I'm familiar with, and ooh, I love this opening. Hold on, we're just going to pause and listen to the opening.
People have forsaken the nomadic ways of their fathers and have settled in a city. They look to you to guide them into the uncertain future. My liege, I believe that if we wish to survive, we must make our city strong and prosperous. And once we have grown, we must send settlers to build even more cities across the land. Cities are indeed the most powerful of all human creations, for it is only...
Okay, I couldn't see through that anymore. Okay, welcome to Civilization Revolution, Moving in the Stone Age, Space Age, Test of Time. I already know how to play. Okay, thank you very much. So, looks like we are on an island. So, little explanation. Let's just get this up and running. So, we got... Yes, this isn't Civ 5, so there's no scouts. Explore! Okay. So, basically, I went on a very long trip to Europe. I wasn't able to upload, post, anything. I really didn't have any videos stored up, so I apologize for the absence. New things that have happened in that time. I've gotten a much better computer. Let's go... Oh, shoot, what's my formula? Oh, by the way, I'm playing as China. China is probably my favorite Civ to play as, at least in this game it is. Alphabet. Okay. So, I got a new computer, which means I can now handle more demanding games. And one game that I'm particularly excited to be playing again is Civilization 6. And that is because I have... What was happening was I was never actually able to complete a game before, because once it would get to a certain term, everything would be so far upgraded and it would demand a frame rate that my computer just could not comprehend, and it would end up freezing, be horrible. Whereas now, ooh, beware, you barbarians spot. Ooh, my ugly gamer tag. Squalor and filth will soon destroy your silly civil. Yeah, good luck with that. So I'm very excited to be returning to that, and I thought that maybe if I'm returning to that, I should celebrate this. I mean, what better of a game to celebrate with? Honestly, this is probably my favorite game of all time. I played it ever since I was a wee little laddie. You've captured the village of my son-in-law. Ooh, this game is loud. I forgot how loud this game is. I'm sorry. You have captured the village of my son-in-law. He has been working on a strange seagoing craft. You see how we have many more barbarian villages? Yes, you do. Okay, we're not going to bother going any more north, because that's out of our range. However, and the North Pole's, like, right there, too. So I can pretty much already assume what's going to be up there. We are going to explore with our galley. And, okay, we got one more warrior army. We're going to switch to the library as soon as that allows. We have 5 more turns left on Alphabet. The warrior army out there. Well, that's going to heal up 1 turn. But I'm playing this as sort of like my return because, one, I'm going to be playing a lot more Civilization 6 in the future. I like Halo Wars. I really do. And don't get me wrong, Halo Wars has always been my favorite series that I've played almost in my life. Like, I think Civilization, though, is more, and also the problem is with, as far as, like, actually uploading Halo Wars videos, I can't, like, I don't want to verse the AI all the time, and I feel like that's what I've been doing a lot in my videos, and it's not because I'm afraid to go out and verse real people, but unfortunately, there is a very big competitive factor in Halo Wars 2, and that's awesome. For a game to have that level of competitiveness in it, especially because it's a revival, it's so awesome to see that, and I'm not complaining about that. My only thing is that if I'm going to actually play multiplayer that's not 1v1 multiplayer, I have to have other people to play with, and that has been an ongoing challenge that I have had a lot of trouble with going, and I'm not saying I'm a loner, I mean, I need friends, but just getting other people to actually come on and record with me, it's been a struggle because our schedules don't exactly line up. I work off a very busy schedule. I'm actually recording this at 1 o'clock in the morning because my day is full of other activities that I do throughout the day. And it's hard to line up schedules where they need to be here, they need to be recording with me, they need to help me through the editing process, and it's really hard to get other people to do that with me, especially with the playing aspect of it. And it's gotten very increasingly difficult. So I see my villagers have decided that, ooh, free settler. I will not complain. Oh yeah, this is the okay, so I don't get recommendations here for my settlers. However, they don't grow past their building either. So okay. So I can guess the yield. Oh, I didn't know I could highlight over it. So that's food. This is actually like maybe if I move like one tile over, that'd probably be best. That leaves 3 food. That's a desert. That would leave 2 food. Production all around. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, anyway, what was I saying? Yes, Halo Wars. It's been very hard to find people to schedule these games with. So I'm trying to orient towards more single-player based games, and Civilization is a series that I've always loved, and I would never, like, hate on Civilization. It's like, I know, like, a lot of people are like, oh, the games are all so similar to each other, and they are, and, but they improve on each other in such a way I think that's okay. And one thing that I like, oh no, am I on an island? That's gonna suck. Darn. Okay. If that's the case, we'll have to deal with it. I mean, darn. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be hard in the future. It's depressing. Okay. That changes our plans a little bit. But anyway, it's been hard to get people to record, so I'm trying to go towards more single-player games, and Civilization 6 is now a game that I can actually play, because I have the hardware to do it, and I'm really looking forward to be able to start that. Another new thing that you probably may have noticed if you've been a follower of my videos is that I have a new microphone, and I probably don't sound like a dying walrus anymore, which is definitely a good thing. You never really want to sound like a dying walrus. Actually, maybe if I move my galley in here, I can make a land bridge. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I didn't even think of that. That just, like, came to me all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm going to move the galley there, and then I can just move things over, because it's not like the previous Civilization games where you can just embark and go. Hopefully that's not an ocean tile, but if that is a land tile, we can just do a direct land bridge. Ah, smartness is nice. Okay, so I got a... What was I saying? I got a new mic, so I don't sound like a dying walrus anymore. I actually maybe sound like a human being. I mean, maybe not, but I like to think I sound like a human being. And just got back from Europe. I'm operating. I apologize right now. I'm operating on about 6 hours of jet lag. The jet lag is real right now. Oh gosh, I never like. A lot of people said, "Oh yeah, when you come home, like you're just gonna hate the jet lag," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll deal with it." Oh my gosh, I got another settler. Wow, I'm really rich in the settlers right now. Okay. This is going to be a good game for me if I can get across that land bridge. That's going to be the only issue. So, you're over there. This honestly might be a... I would have to move down. That would be better. Because it would... 2 food... Yeah. That's probably the best option. Shanghai! Yee yee. Okay. So why do I like playing as the Chinese? I like playing as the Chinese because they automatically start out with a bonus tile. I don't know if you noticed that. I probably should have addressed that in the very beginning of the game. But most civilizations will start out with one single tile. Or, no. Sorry, they start out with 2 tiles, and most of that always, if you may direct your attention to the screen, this has 3 tiles right now and it has not had a population growth yet. So it starts out with a production and a food tile, but it doesn't start out with a science tile. So that production automatically takes place after 8 turns. I gotta check something here. I could be wrong, but nevertheless, you don't start out with a science tile when you play as every other civilization. And that makes you have to wait until your first population growth to actually start researching anything, whereas the first technology takes 8 turns to research. So by the time everybody else is starting their research, I already have one technology researched. And the Chinese start out with knowledge of writing, which will boost you into the medieval era so much faster. That is 8 turns you don't have to spend researching writing. So that's already putting you 16 turns ahead in the game. As far as the scientific victory, I will very, proudly say it's OP. But if you can exploit the OP, it's okay. So I don't need to worry about defense right now because every single thing I have is land. Unlike America right now, the nearest threat is an ocean away. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our units to Wuhan and get ready to embark them across a bridge to everlasting glory. Unfortunately, we did not get much gold, but the first economic milestone will give you a free settler, but that's not exactly needed because we already got 2. So, alright, we're going to move him adjacent to the city. It's going to definitely be a cripple to us. If we do get a settler, I would like to move him not there. I would like to move him onto the actual continent that the game will probably be focused on. I don't know if this entire game is just a collection. Oh, I guess there is bronze over there. We know that. Alright, pottery is next, and then I think that's the last thing we do until the medieval era because it automatically works because the Chinese already have the knowledge of writing and it will auto-do literacy. Once you get into the medieval era, you automatically get that knowledge of literacy. That's approximately 25 turns ahead of the game from every other civilization. So as far as a scientific victory goes in this game, I know not a lot of people play this game, but this civilization, as far as a scientific victory is concerned, is very, very powerful. 4 astounding acrobats. No thank you, but thank you. Okay, so we're going to just move everything to Wuhan. Warrior. On to the new world. And we're just going to have you sit right there. Move on to the boat. And we have entered the new world. Awesome. Press. I said I knew how to play, dude. I got it. I got it! You will soon feel the sting of our pointy blowguns. I doubt it, but you need to... Yeah. Okay. So, how was Europe? Europe was absolutely amazing. I don't know where you're watching from right now. I'm currently in the United States. I've lived there all my life. And going to Europe was a very different experience, I have to say, because the culture alone is so different. And it was just, it was like mind-blowing almost. An ancient castle located to the west. Okay, that's the Knights Templar. That will give me an advanced military unit very early on. I'm going to put you over here, friendly village. Wait a minute, can I get the song to play? My choir sang that. And I was like, hey, I know where that song's from. It was from my game that I really loved when I was a kid. And they were like, yeah, sure. It's actually from Civilization 4, I believe, and it carried over into Civilization Revolution, because Civilization Revolution was like sort of the arcade version they made for people who weren't... Oh my gosh, another settler? Oh my gosh, okay. I am really reaping benefits as far as settlers are concerned in this game. This is not a horrible place. It's not a good place either. We're gonna take it. Harbin. Because it's got an even amount, even though that land tile's wasted, but it also appears to be at a choke point, so we can exploit that. We're gonna head towards the Knight Templar with you. And you're gonna cross over soon. But the nice thing is, since these are on a completely different continent, we don't really need to worry that much about defense early on. Of course, it's still... I should have just diagonally put him in there. I don't know what I was doing. We still will put defensive units. However, we don't need to worry about them as much because they have to get through Harbin. So Harbin's probably going to be that city that we need to really fortify to prevent an attack from happening. Because, you know, those people, they'll attack. Or not. This is a choke point to nothing. So, cool. Alright, what do we got? An advanced knight unit has joined our forces. Sweet. And you have 2 moves. So I'll use you to scout ahead. So we have reached the main continent. There are 4 ways to win the game. Down. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we know all this. Okay. Kyoto. I can't tell if that's where the continent ends or not. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to move you here. Warrior unit. Let's just get that unblocked. Knight unit. Take him down. Chase him into the abyss. I love that, like, yeehaw. Another settler. Okay. The Indians have a wealthy city in this vicinity. Oh my gosh. This game... this is gonna be a quick game. If I continue to get settlers like this, this game is gonna be very, very quick. That's a okay spot. We might want to go to the oak. Maybe go here. That would leave 3 blank. No, that wouldn't be good. Medieval era! New abilities, knowledge literacy, which is something you normally would get in the ancient era, but, you know, China is overpowered. I don't need the save. I'll be done this game soon. Now I can build a wall. We're gonna build the wall!